so much better than computer scientists could do with computer vision.
Yeah.
And so it started from 2012 to the next 5 years or so. You and I saw first computer vision becoming effective, and then superhuman.
Yes.
And then speech recognition becoming effective, and then superhuman.
Yes.
And then shortly after that, language understanding becoming effective, and then superhuman.
Yes.
Right? So each and every one of these different modalities represented the first wave called perception AI. Then the second wave was generative AI.
Yes.
We can now translate from one modality to another.
Yeah.
From English to Chinese, from English to pictures, from pictures to English, from Chinese to video.
Yeah.
Generative AI, translation.
Yeah.
You know, the ultimate translation. And so the generative AI really started about 7 years ago and is going very strong right now. So now AI can understand information and generate information.
You're right.
The wave that we're in right now is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's called reasoning.
Yeah.
And the reason why reasoning is so effective, so powerful, is that the AI can understand and solve problems that it has never seen before.
Yeah.
Just like humans.
Yeah.
We can break down a problem step by step by step and solve problems that we have never really solved before. And so that's reasoning AI. The next wave is called physical AI.
Yeah.
When all of this capability can now go into a physical machinery, such as a robot.
Incredible.
And so this last 12 years or so, AI has moved very quickly. It seems like every 3 or 4 or 5 years, you know, we saw a big breakthrough. And I would say that we're now near a time when AI should be able to solve most cognitive tasks and achieve most tests better than most humans. So that's the level we call artificial general intelligence, which is the reason why now everybody's talking about artificial superintelligence. Just like in the beginning, we were able to achieve effectiveness and then superhuman, achieve effectiveness, superhuman. Now for problem solving, we should be able to achieve superhuman fairly soon.
It is incredible.
Yeah, incredible. Last decade.
And you know that, particularly this year, the open source model is changing the landscape of AI technology and the business today. Okay.
But Jen, which one of the technologies advances were you most excited by?
Oh, actually, I think the one of the things really exciting about for me is actually computing is really the fundamental thing for everything. Okay. So when talking about AI, it's really the computing behind that. And the computing is changing everything. The AI is something that you see. So goes back like 20 years ago, and we're talking about the computer. But very few people are talking about the computing itself. Okay. So they actually, rather we say computer is changing the world, but actually the computing behind the computer.
That's right.
Actually, is changing the world. And the AI bring the computing to the next stage. Okay, so it is incredible in terms of technology.
And even the way we're training the models is changing so fast, right?
Yeah.
The first decade was largely occupied by pre-training.
Yes.
So we collected a lot of data. Maybe we even used AI to prepare the data.
Yeah.
And we used pre-training. And then we used human reinforcement learning, right? Reinforcement learning, human feedback, which is kind of like a human coaching the AI.
Yeah.
We're human aligning the AI. And then now we're in this post-training era where the AI is thinking by itself and practicing, doing reinforcement learning, verifiable feedback, and right, so many synthetic data generation, and taking tests by itself and learning how to reason. So it's incredible the amount of computation that's necessary now.
Yeah, actually, I have a psychology background. And so for me, the AI is not really a simulation of the human intelligence. It's really an augmentation of the human intelligence, and even more. So for me, it's more like AI is to extend human creativity, and instead of just replacing human intelligence. Okay.
Well, our car extended our human mobility.
You're very right.
Airplane extended our human mobility.
Yeah.
And now we have AI is going to extend our human intelligence.
You're very right.
It doesn't work the same way as our brain.
You're very right. Okay.
Right? It doesn't work the same as our brain, but it can perform tasks similar to what we can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So go back to this open source thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's also incredible, you know, moment for that. And you know that we have DeepSeek, and we have the Queen from the Alibaba Cloud, and there are only a few among them. Okay. And
And lately, Moonshot Kimi.
Oh yes, you're right.
Kimi is pretty good.
So actually, my question for you is really, you know, is this the one of the disruptive? I mean, the open source model. Is this the one of the disruptive and the driving forces for the future AI development?
You know, we were just talking about how AI has progressed very quickly.
Yep.
And the reason for that is, of course, people say NVIDIA's technology is advancing very quickly, and it's true.
Yeah.
We improved the performance of computing, AI computing, by 100,000 times in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So we can process more data, learn more quickly. Now, of course, what is not talked about, and it should be, is that the vast majority of AI research was done in the open. The amount of archived papers from all over the world is incredible. And in fact, I think I saw a statistic that the archived papers published by, research papers published by Chinese researchers is now the highest in the world.
Okay.
And so the thing that is happening is that in a lot of ways, researchers are collaborating in open science. When they publish their science, then you can read and you can contribute, and I can read and contribute. So we are, in fact, collaborating in open science. And the next version of that is open source. You know, not only do you do open research, we now do open engineering. And so that open engineering is extremely powerful, because then you could take my contributions, add your contributions, I add my contributions, and as a result, the innovation pace is not just the contribution of each company or each engineering group, but the combined resource of an ecosystem. And so that's very clever about open source engineering here in China. But don't forget that open source has many global implications. You know, not only did the open source models help the Chinese ecosystem, it's helping the ecosystems around the world. This is the best open, you know, R1 and Q1 and Kimi are the best open reasoning models in the world today. Multimodal reasoning models. So it's very advanced. And so it doesn't matter who you are. You could be a healthcare company or a financial services company or a robotics company. You could take advantage of this and modify for your own application. It is also very important to note that open source is the safest way to advance. You know, sunlight is the best disinfectant. And so when open source and all the open innovation, you invite global scientific scrutiny. And when you have global scientific scrutiny, the quality of the work goes up. If you look at the DeepSeek paper, it is incredibly well written. It is incredibly well written. It is absolutely, you know, A+ quality science and A+ quality engineering. And so they did it all completely openly, and it invited education and learning and sharing, as well as the benefit of many people scrutinizing it. So it's very good. Good for safety.
Thank you. And by the way, both DeepSeek and the Queen are from Hangzhou, and I'm native of Hangzhou, and I'm very proud of the city. And you have my personal invitation to visit Hangzhou next time, your next trip, okay?
Hangzhou is the may I dare say it's the Silicon Valley of China, is it?
I would say, I would rather not say the Silicon Valley of China. It's the Hangzhou would be an innovation hub for the rest of the world, okay. All I said. It's very unique, okay. It's very unique. Again, you have a personal invitation to visit Hangzhou in your next trip.
会来，一定会来的。
Thank you. And you're talking about the open science, the open engineering. So in the GDC last year, and you said, okay, this is the first time in the human history, and we have opportunity to turn actually biology as an engineering instead of science. Okay, it is also incredible. So, what's the long-term impact of AI on the scientific discovery and technology innovation? So, AI will change the way for the scientists to do their research?
Yeah, it's, you know, today we're only talking about AI for human.
Yeah.
AI for science is where we will make the greatest impact.
Yeah.
Now, remember, AI for human is relatively easier. And the reason for that is because humans created the human language.
Yeah.
And it is easy to use design tools.
Yeah.
You and I, we've been using design tools to make chips for a long time.
Yeah.
But the transistors were designed by us,
Yeah.
so that we could use tools to manipulate the transistors and the chip design.
Yeah.
But biology was created by nature.
Yes.
And so we have to use, in order to manipulate biology, first we have to understand it. And finally we have a new capability called artificial intelligence, and we can understand, learn and understand the meaning of proteins, the meaning of chemicals, the meaning of cells, and meaning of life, of course. And so we can even understand the meaning of the metabolic reactions and actions in the human body,
cool.
right? And so if we can use AI to first understand the structure and the meaning, then we can use AI to improve, to configure, to design drugs, and help people live longer.
So it's a lot of opportunities for that.
Big opportunity. The other thing that we can use AI for is to emulate physics. You know, today we use physics equations to simulate very complicated interactions, like weather. You know, weather is cloud physics, high cloud physics, low cloud physics, atmospheric physics. We have ocean physics, ice physics, land physics. We have conduction. We have convection. You know, and so all of these different types of physics has to come together, right? Very, very small scale physics also to very large scale physics. We call it mesoscale physics.
Yeah.
And the time domain travels from probably in the case of physics from seconds to maybe multiple years. And so that range is very complicated for simulation to do.
I see.
But maybe we can teach an AI to help us predict that. And
This is great.
you know, AI is much, much faster at predicting than using physical simulations.
Okay.
And so I have every confidence that whether it's using AI to understand the laws of nature, or using AI to emulate the laws of nature, we could use AI to help us advance science. Very big deal.
Yeah, it is an incredible.
Truly, truly incredible. Yeah, truly
and
incredible.
so my next question probably is hard for you. I'm sorry to see that, you know, Jason. And you know that actually today's AI technology is heavily dependent on silicon technology. Okay, it's dependent on silicon. Okay, and you know, we're using the silicon to increase the computing power and get the gigantic memory space, and even, you know, this unbelievable communication bandwidth. Okay, it's all dependent on silicon. Okay, so my question for you is, you know, in the next 10 or 20 years, are we still being able to rely on the silicon for the advance of AI technology? Okay, yeah. You
know, of course, silicon technology is already adding so many different elements.
Yeah.
You know, it's barely silicon, and so I think that we will continue to advance in those areas, several areas. the transistor will become three-dimensional.
Yep.
And we call it gate-all-around.
Yep.
So right now it's nanosheet. The next generation is called gate-all-around. And then after that, we will have transistors on top of transistors, stacking FinFETs. Instead of distributing power over the surface of silicon, we distribute it on two sides. We saw backside power.
Yeah.
Instead of one chip at a time, we now have stacking chips, multi-chips.
Yeah.
And so the packaging becomes very advanced.
Yeah.
We call it CoWoS, right? NVIDIA was the first company to use CoWoS at a very large scale. And even in the future, the packages will not be this big, but the package will be entire panels.
Okay.
So the size of a chip could be the size of this table. And then beyond that, we'll use silicon photonics, directly attach photons to electrons with very, very tight coupling. We call it CPO.
Yep.
And then we can connect many of these things together. Wow, the number of dimensions, the number of dimensions of capability is incredible.
Yeah, actually, the silicon technology is amazing,
Yeah, we have plenty of work to do for at least 2 decades. And the reason why we kind of know that is because NVIDIA's roadmap is already coming up on 1 decade.
Yeah.
Right? So it's at least somewhere between 5 to 10 years. And we are already dreaming and designing and architecting systems that are 10 years from now. So I'm pretty sure we could see 10 years. And the next 20 years, I'm fairly certain we will have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, I truly believe, when you have
You and I are going to be busy for at least 20 years.
You're very right. Particularly, you have a good architecture. When you have a good architecture and you have silicon, you get much more things you can do with that. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And so my last question is really about the people, and particularly about young people. And you asked me what I'm doing recent years. You asked me before.
Computer very, very powerful, but it's very important to realize that it has become very easy to use because it understands how we interact, no matter how, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to use the AI, you say to the AI, I don't know how to use AI. Teach me how to use AI. Okay. And it will teach you step by step. And so the computer with AI has been the most powerful equalizer of all people. And so whether you're a farmer or elder person or you don't know how to use a computer, young person, you absolutely must engage AI as quickly as possible. I think it will really empower you. And then lastly, I'm jealous of the young generation because, this is the generation that are being born right now where they will grow up with their own AI for their life.
Yes.
It's like having Star Wars R2-D2 grow up with you your whole life, and having this AI companion that remembered everything your whole life and was able to advise you and teach you and your whole life. It's just an amazing idea, and I'm jealous that I didn't have an AI that reminded me and helped me and remembered everything in my life since I was a child. Could you imagine you have a AI and you say, what was I doing when I was 1 year old or 2 years old or 3 years old? Tell me about where I was and what were the things that I worked on and what were the things that I talked to you about. It would be, I'll remember that. And that entire journey would have been captured. I wish we had that opportunity.
And thank you for your encouragement and also advices. Actually, when I first met with you, your passion about technology inspired me, and I still can see the passion you have today. Okay, and also you are very patient, thinking about your company grow from stuff to where you have over the fortune market value. It's an incredible journey. So passion and patience is really important for the young people, and thank you for your advices for that.
Thank you, and thank you for being such a good friend all these years, and I've enjoyed both of our careers, advancing together, and this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, really. And in fact, you could even say that this is a once in a generation opportunity, and AI will define the world the next century. And so this is a very important time, and I'm glad that there's so much interest, and quite frankly, I'm delighted to see so much advance here in China, so much expertise, so much advance, and let's continue to work together. And I look forward to having another sit-down chat in another 10 years and see where we are.
You're very tight. So the best is yet to come. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
想看最完整的新闻内容，记得下载 TVBS 新闻网 APP。